Welcome to Signal to Alpha, your essential market briefing. I'm Lady Muriel, cutting through the noise to deliver what moves markets today. Let's get you your alpha before the opening bell. Here's what's driving markets this Wednesday. The Fed enters a new era with Kevin Warsh confirmed as chairman, while Jerome Powell stays on the board through 2028. Retail sales rose, but it's smoke and mirrors, driven by gas prices hitting $4.51 per gallon. Nearly 1 billion barrels of oil supply have vanished since the Iran war began, and crude has surged 50% since late February. Trump's in Beijing meeting Xi as geopolitical tensions reshape global trade. The Federal Reserve just got new leadership. Kevin Warsh was confirmed as Fed chair yesterday, taking over from Jerome Powell, whose term expires Friday. Powell isn't leaving. He's staying on the Board of Governors through 2028, maintaining influence over monetary policy. Warsh pledged to keep monetary policy independent, but signaled he'll reshape how the Fed operates, including rejecting government-issued digital currency. With inflation at 3.8% and gas prices averaging $4.50 a gallon, Warsh inherits a challenging environment. Retail sales data this morning tells a troubling story. Sales rose 0.5% in April, well below the 1.7% forecast. Strip out autos and you get 0.8% versus 1.9% expected. But here's what matters. This isn't real growth. It's gas prices and inflation inflating the numbers. Americans aren't buying more, they're paying more. Producer prices jumped 1.4% monthly versus 0.5% expected, hitting 6% year over year. The oil market deserves your attention. We've lost approximately 1 billion barrels of supply over 75 days since the Iran war began. That's 12.8 million barrels per day offline. Crude has rallied nearly 50%, yet some argue prices should be higher, given the Strait of Hormuz remains effectively closed. Now for a bright spot. Cisco Systems rocketed over 17% in after-hours trading after announcing it's cutting fewer than 4,000 jobs to fund AI investments. The company raised full-year revenue guidance to $62.8 to $63 billion, from $61.2 to $61.7 billion, citing significant momentum and higher AI infrastructure demand. CEO Chuck Robbins is making strategic bets on AI, silicon, optics, and security. Politically, redistricting just reshaped the House battlefield. The Virginia Supreme Court struck down a voter-approved congressional map that would have created 4 likely Democratic seats, while the U.S. Supreme Court limited Voting Rights Act protections. House GOP leadership projects a potential net gain of up to a dozen more right-leaning districts. That's your signal to alpha for today. Subscribe for tomorrow's essential market briefing. Trade smart, stay informed. Check us out at capitalcopilot.io.